Hey YouTube, and welcome back to the Sneaky V YouTube channel. Last time I left off with you guys, I had just installed my water temperature sensor, my my crank position sensor, my knock sensors, my valley cover, and I was working on trying to install my pulley here, the harmonic balancer. I couldn't get it done on video, but once the video stopped, I didn't just give up and go home or anything like that. I kept trying. I eventually got it on far enough with my rubber mallet to get the bolt in there and get it to engage the threads, at which point I can use my torque wrench to press it all the way on. So I did finally get that on. So the next thing that I want to do is actually get my water pump on and some of the mounting brackets for my accessory, which includes the alternator bracket, which will be on this side, the AC compressor bracket, which will be on this side, and the power steering bracket, which will also be on this side. So the first thing that I'm going to do is actually remove this little guard here. The computer, the ECU that I'm using actually plugs into this top plug right here, so I don't need that bottom plug. If your cover was made before a certain year, you would need to use this bottom plug, but with the computer that I got, I only need this top one, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. Let's see here. So that's not it. That is also not it. So I need a wrench or a socket that fits that. That's kind of close. Let's see if it works. I don't know if that one's gonna work, so I'm gonna just stick that back on its little thing here and find one that fits better. Give me just a second, you guys. So I found my socket that took a little bit longer than I expected. It's just a 10 millimeter. And I'm gonna get this little thing here off. Let's go ahead and unplug that from there. And off it comes. Now, I may reinstall this little thing because it helps keep the cables a little bit cleaner around the pulley area. So whatever cable comes from my crank position, my camshaft position sensor here, I may run it through this instead of the current little cable that's in there. But right now it's coming off. Alright. Get that out of the way. Gonna put one of these bolts back in here to hold my crankshaft position. My camshaft position my camshaft position sensor in place. Getting tongue tied there. Get this tightened back up. It's not just flopping around all over the place. Alright, so next thing I want to do is get my water pump installed. And this is my water pump. This is a basic just normal water pump. It flows the standard rate of water for a LS engine, like a normal LS engine. It is a type 2 pump, which means it will go on certain types of cars. And I got this kind because the little pulley thing here doesn't stick out as far as some of them, like the ones that go on a truck. Any of them would have worked, but like This one is sunken in more so that like you have more clearance in front of them, and it makes a nice ringing noise if you happen to thump it. It's just something that I discovered. So this goes on with 6 bolts, quite long bolts. M8 by 1.25 by 80 millimeters. I had to get these from the hardware store. I couldn't find the actual bolts for a water pump, but these will do just fine. The water pump is under a whole lot of stress, and if something happens where these break, I just don't know what's going on. So the water pump has these gaskets here. If I can get them out of their packaging. Two sets of gaskets and 2 what appear to be paper gaskets. I'm gonna have to figure out where the paper gaskets go, if they go right up against the water pump or on the other side of the water pump up against the block. I'm gonna have to look into that, and then I can get this installed. So yeah, I'm gonna check that real quick before I get started, and then slap this thing on. So I couldn't really find any information on the gaskets, so I decided to go with the metallic gaskets with the O-ring. If there's something different that comes up, I can always take them off and put the more paper-like cork ones on. So just to make it easier on myself, I'm gonna go ahead. I already got the bolts in. Go ahead and get my gasket lined up with my holes on the back of my water pump here. Just hang that on there. This actually needs to flip around. That one on. And do the same for the other side here. Get the gasket hung on the bolts there. So then I can just place the whole thing against the block and torque it all down. Get this all lined up with my block here. And get these bolts started. And then go ahead and get them torqued down with my wrench. That's going to take too long, so I'm just going to use my impact driver here because it's going to save me some time. But I'm not going to torque them all the way down with this. So this side doesn't want to quite go in. Let's see here. I don't know what's up with this on the edge over here. I don't want to cross thread it or anything. There's that ring again. And these guys get torqued down to 22 foot-pounds in increments of 2. So first we go 11 foot-pounds, And this is already set to 11, and then we go to 22. It's 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. And set our torque wrench to 22 foot-pounds. And hit them again. Twenty-two. 22. 22. And this side. 22. 22. And 22. Now my water pump is on, and from what I can see, it looks like it lines up pretty well with my pulley down here. So the belt should be able to go right around the pulley and, you know, all the other pieces here. So with the water pump on, the next thing I like to do is install my brackets for the alternator and the air conditioner compressor. But I'm running out of time. I don't really have time to do that today, so I'm gonna stop this video right here and just say send your friends my way if you would. I could use the views. Hit that like and subscribe button to catch more of my videos. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.